tonight on 8.5-bit, Game of the Year!
Wait, what? I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm being topical.
was that less than 7 seconds?
Welcome, friends of all designs, to Game of the Year 2019, which is the new thing that I'm doing to try and make Game of the Year a little bit more interesting. I'm your host, Paul, and joining me tonight are my good friends James.
Hello.
And Sam.
Hi.
Okay, so Game of the Year. So, this was my thinking. I haven't actually spoken to these two about it. I just told them what we're doing. So,
We're
normally we do
mandated.
like a top 10 or a top 5, and we just talk about it and blah-de-blah-de-blah. Problem is, everyone does that, and especially the countdown tends to go to about the same, let's say, 5 games that everyone on the internet's talking about. So, this time what we're going to do is we're going to play a game amongst ourselves where we take turns guessing what other people's lists are. Which kind of means the number ones are going to blow away straight away. Because everyone's talked that shit to death. What's going to be interesting is what the fuck else is on our personal list. So here are my basic rules. Every panelist prepares an ordered top 10. Games only. No hardware, services, trends, or general concepts. James. Because we know him.
I put James on my top 10.
Yeah. Yes.
In turn, we each guess a game and its position on another panelist's top 10. 1 point for a correct guess, and an additional point for a correct position guess. They also get an extra point if it's on the other person's list. So if I say Polly Pocket's Adventures and number 1 for James, and it's number 1 and James has it, but Sam also has it at number 5, I would get a total of 3 points. Once the game is over, which I will dictate basically when we're just running out of guesses and it's just the episode's dragging too long. You get another point for every game that was not guessed by the rest of the panelists.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we all understand the rules.
Yes.
And I have my list set up as tick boxes.
Yep.
So I
We've
can
all
tick
got
them
our
off.
see. I've gone very analog.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Paul's got a pen and paper.
And because I'll also be doing some very tricky maths, which will be whatever the fuck I feel like, to work out what our overall game of the year is, which I'm pretty sure is my choice.
Our choice, perhaps, Paul. Perhaps.
We shall see. Okay, and I've got to write down what everyone does and guesses and everything as well, so we work
And
it
see-
out. Okay.
I've got a card count in my head to know what numbers have been picked. All that nonsense.
Well, that's right. It'll
Paul's
be
keeping
checkable.
track of everything for us.
Yeah, just
Yes.
with a good old pen.
Yeah.
What comes before 6? 5. That's right.
Depends on which way
3,
you're counting.
2, 1. Okay, now, do I have a coin? I don't have a coin. Who's going to go first? Will it be James or Sam?
I don't know. Will it be?
Rochambeau. Looks like Sam wins. Okay, Sam.
First points. Easy points. Paul,
Easy
is Outer
points.
Wilds your first one?
Outer Wilds is my number 1.
Oh, so we don't have to guess in order.
No.
Okay,
So,
okay.
okay.
All right, now the game has changed.
So,
James
now,
is like, what was their number 10?
now, here's the question. Is Outer Wilds on your list at all, James? You have to check?
No, it's not.
I didn't think it would
Do
be.
I get a
It's
point
not
for
on my
having
list.
it on
It
my
is not on
list?
my list.
No,
Aw.
because that's too...
Well, it is my number 1 as
yes,
well.
okay. So, Outer Wilds. Well, I mean, was there any doubt it would be your and my number 1?
Not really, no.
No. Outer Wilds, I think we both consider one of our favorite games of all time at this point.
Yep.
It has also been sweeping a lot of Game of the Year awards.
Yeah, I noticed that. too.
Despite the fact people pointing out it didn't review that strongly. It reviewed well, but not like it was an outlier of the day. But when it came to when people actually picked games,
Yeah, you spot it on the list of games that you've played, and you go, "Oh yeah,
yeah, it was one of the
was
best
incredible.
things that's ever happened to me. Outer Wilds, of course, being exploration in space, completely unguided, finding a game gated entirely by knowledge, and you've got a 22-minute cycle before the universe explodes, and it's just one of the most satisfying and poignant games like ever. I think it was my first death. I still remember, which was, so I got out into the space. I got to a planet, and I'd been on a wild adventure where I'd been ripped off planet, and I got back there, and my ship was on the other side of the planet. And it was the Brittle Hollow, which is a planet where the Earth is crumbling below you. And as I'm trying to run back to my ship, I literally see that part of the planet break away and my ship just like, off it goes. Well, there's just a giant void in front of me now. Fuck. And I just start where my oxygen's getting low. And I just start looking around and I see a little campfire. And I go and like sit down next to it on a marshmallow. And then suddenly this music starts. And this is the first time I died and didn't know what this music indicated. And I look up and the sun has suddenly contracted. And as the music sort of finishes in a crescendo, well, it got really, really big and then it suddenly contracts. And then it explodes. And I just walk off looking at the edge of the void towards this sun as this supernova just eats the entire universe around me. And it's beautiful.
It is,
It's
yep.
like...
Quite
And
lovely.
the way that because the whole it's a small universe. It's like a pocket universe, really. You could describe it as, because it's running the whole time. You can see the other planets in the like. You can see everything.
If you're
running.
on a planet, you can see another planet in the sky.
Yeah,
And
the world is still
everything's
crumbling
operating.
around me, and
the twin planets with the sand falling between them is just going round and around.
I mean, I heard that music a lot during the game because
Yeah,
that's the
it's
end of every cycle. But it still
beautiful.
like touches me.
As soon as
inside.
the
It's
first
like-
tones start, you know, you're like,
Yeah.
well, I guess I'm done with this run.
Yeah, it's like
Let's just
there might be a moment of
lock down
panic
what I
where you're
know.
like, it's like, fuck, okay, quick, I've got to get there. I've just got to quickly do that before we get to the end. Fuck, I gotta. But then there's also just the like, and now it's time to accept. And the amount of times
I didn't quite make it to my goal, but that's okay.
but I know next time I'll be back. And that acceptance and the amount of just beautiful vistas as the universe is eaten around you at the end. Fuck, it's so good. Nothing else has ever come close to it. And I think it's one of those things where for people it did not work for, it just like,
yeah,
it just
either
they just
clicked or it
never,
didn't. I
they just
think.
never reached that. It was just like no click, never lined up.
Man, I wish that world was interesting
It is.
It is incredibly interesting.
and cohesive.
I think.
I mean, no, James. Look, I can accept your criticism. Cohesive is literally the thing it is the most. It is the
It's
most connected
it's
and
a-
intertwined and solid
once you
thing.
find out all the
Sure, it's
connections.
a bunch of stuff.
Every literal thing in that game is explained. It is the
Man, that
most
game-
well thought out world.
Bored the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to that part where there was like things connecting onto like some kind of asteroid, broken asteroid or something. I don't know. It was really clunky.
I felt like
And I
James
just-
did make the mistake of like go to asteroid first. It's probably not a good idea.
It was terrible. It was a
Oh,
bad
you went to the
area.
asteroid first.
Yeah, it was
What a
some,
terrible
like,
choice.
That's a mistake.
And I got
But-
getting stuck somewhere where like I had to try and I think I was on.
It does
I
sound
think
like
I
you
went-
gave up early.
I went through like through the white hole or something,
Oh, through the
and I ended up in like.
out in the far reaches
I
of
ended
space.
up in like
and
some.
you can't get back.
Yeah, and
then
it's
the
like
planet
and it told me I had to
slowly
wait
starts
for it to
coming through the
align.
hole.
You can definitely come back.
Yeah, you had to like wait for it to align, but like I spent like about 20 minutes jumping around it to try and figure out how to get out of there, and it just wasn't fun.
I mean, it does sound like what a stupid person.
James
would
doesn't
say.
like discovering things. This is what we do.
It's not an Easter.
No.
He's giving you a compelling reason to discover it. Not even close. Wouldn't put it in my top 20.
Discovery itself, James. That's okay. We can't all like the same things, or this would be a very boring game of the year list.
Oh yeah, but wouldn't be good. Okay, so James, time for you to take a guess at someone else's game.
See, I had a different number one for you, Paul.
Oh well, I mean, you can still guess it just with a different number. I mean, it seems.
If you think it's
Look,
number one, it's going to be on his list.
Okay. Let's just point out. So yesterday, James's friend and work partner posts like up. Oh, what's everyone's favorite game of the year? And I just straight up post. I mean, it doesn't need to be a secret.
Look,
I just post Outer Wilds.
I
I
thought-
posted in response to James's wife posting.
I thought it was all a clever ruse. It was.
It does
an effort
sound very like specifically
to deflect
like
me from the very obvious choice of Witch Eye.
Oh, so 1 point for James. But which I mean, like, is actually my
which number?
Witch Eye is actually my number 6. So very good for thinking of Witch Eye.
4 games between them.
I thought Witch Eye might be one of those ones that doesn't come
No,
up. I
no.
mean, I do
Well,
mention it a lot.
I read back through all the games you've spoken about.
I
and
talk about Witch Eye a lot.
He does mention which I
came
want,
up
to
an
be
awful
fair.
lot. It was the cats of video games.
No,
no, because Witch Eye was good.
So Witch Eye is one of 2 mobile games that will appear on Paul's list.
Oh, Ooh. I
Interesting.
actually think I do have that other one on here.
Devolver Digital published strange. I'm going to call it Kirby-esque platform where you're a floating ball, which just fucking worked. A very satisfying game, very inventive thing, and just it was actually the most fun to play on a touchscreen phone. The right size, the right control mechanism, and if you don't listen to me at all, do not like mobile games 99% of the time. I found this incredibly satisfying, and just like it has the whole Kirby thing of like having the couple of secrets hidden each level, so you keep going through to get all of them. Each world is unique. There's really good bosses in it. It's really nice pixel art. Like, okay, push come to shove, do I think it's one of the greatest games made this year? Like, objectively, no, it probably doesn't rank. But for me, for my experience with it,
You had a great time with
I
it.
had a great time, and it left a real impact with me. And like, and I don't mean to mean it's a badly made game. It's a very well made game, but it is, it's a short mobile experience. But I don't know any other game quite like it. It really pulled off something kind of special, and I think it should be rewarded for that. So it gets number 6 on Paul's personal top 10, and that's the greatest. It wasn't on anyone. It wasn't on your list.
It wasn't.
Sam?
No.
Oh shit!
No, it wasn't.
I did have to clarify you before we did this that these are personal lists, not game of the
Oh,
year.
of course.
Because it makes sense.
And personal makes,
Which is why it
the
makes it
more,
different.
Yeah, it's the more interesting
But,
thing
yeah,
to choose.
I
as
will
well.
agree with it. It's a damn good game.
Yeah, it's
It's very solid.
yeah, very very slick. There's not
Yes.
really much to criticize about it. Just like if you like that
It's a
kind of
mobile
game, it's going to
it's
work
simple
well.
and it works.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay, I guess it's time for me. James, your number 1 is Death
Oh
Stranding.
yeah, 100%. No, it was Witcher. No. Yeah, I mean that one that was a no-brainer.
Now, is Death Stranding on your list at all?
I give it special mention.
That
for a
doesn't
very
count.
specific- no, there's a
Yeah.
specific reason I do because it would make my list, but my experience with it was
Was watching
entirely
it.
third person.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I did not put it
Yeah,
on your
It would
list.
Yes.
100% would have been on my list. I still would have put Outer Wilds higher.
Yeah.
But
Now, here's the other thing. It is on my list.
Oh, it is
as
on there.
It is on my list as number 10.
Okay. Yeah, so this one I think is a very special game. I mean, it's not often a game will make me cry. This one did. And
Well,
it's
Outer Wilds did out of boredom. Burn on my own favorite game of the year.
take that.
and like anything Kojima, it is flawed in many ways.
You don't say. Those cufflinks.
Those cufflinks.
Genius.
Yeah. But it is such a... He went in with this mission to make this unique thing.
A Stranding game.
A Stranding game as a genre. And people will... When Kojima said, oh, I don't know what this game is, I've made a new genre. And we were like, what are you talking about, Kojima? You're a crazy man.
Is he one of the few people where he says that and we all go, okay, you say
Yeah.
that.
and then you play it, and
And
it's
it
like,
is.
this is a new genre. It's an experience that is incredibly zen, but then also moving, but then silly, and then occasionally there's action, but it's not the kind of core of what you're doing. That made me enjoy spending 20 minutes walking on rocks, or spending half an hour getting materials into a pickup truck, navigating rocks to try and build a road in a social space where other people were building it too. Like this is it's more than just my game of the year. This is probably the best thing for me, like in terms of emotional impact for me in game design, in terms of like production, narrative. This is the best thing I've probably played in like the
Especially
last
from
4 or 5 years.
From a game design perspective.
Yeah.
100%.
Like I was a bit worried about Kojima after Metal Gear Solid 5 that like Metal Gear Solid 5 was too good as a game and not good as a
Metal Gear
Kojima
Solid
game.
5 was more of a mess than this game was.
Mechanically, it's really good.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm not saying it
Yeah.
doesn't have anything good about it,
Yeah.
even though it's not quite my taste. This game is a more solid overall
Yeah.
experience,
Yeah.
I say, than
Yeah.
his.
It's a better package.
Yeah.
Like my secret hope for Metal Gear Solid 5 is that there's just an edit where they just go, let's just get the 10 story missions and just play that, like, and cut everything else out. But yeah, I mean, it was no surprise. It was going to be Death Stranding. Amazing game for me. Totally understand anyone that doesn't like it. That's fine.
Yeah, like I think I will go back to the game. Probably when it's on PC and
Yeah.
I can mod it a little
That's-
bit
that's-
and, then,
that's my
and fix
plan.
up some of the grinds
That's my
out. But it is like from what I have played of it, thoroughly enjoyable and effective in almost all ways. And the line that I have consistently used is that it's a game that I enjoy as much as I like making fun of it, which is quite a lot in both regards. It is... I mean, I use the term stupid with it quite a lot. Stupid is not there. It is blatant and silly, but it's kind of like the silliness is kind of fun. It's like, I feel it is mostly intentional.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just maybe he's just got a little bit of an ego, and that makes me fun. I think that's kind of fun too. And it's just such a unique world. It's got like great stuff in there. Some stuff, not everything lands for me. I think sometimes it's a little forced with he's trying to get like, when it's falling, everyone's crying. It's like, they're not really crying for a reason. They're crying because there's shits in their eyes.
It's basically cutting onions.
Yeah.
The sky.
The sky's cutting
Onion
onions.
ring.
But yeah, some of the imagery and everything used in that,
Yeah.
I really love it. It's a very cool game. Okay, Sam, it's back to you.
See, now I'm struggling because that was my one solid
that
guess.
was
I don't know
definite.
James that well, even though we're doing the show, and the rest of the guesses are difficult. But because it has been talked about a lot very recently, and I'm gonna just guess James rather than staying on Paul here, I reckon Disco Elysium is definitely on the list,
What number?
but I'm not sure it's on the list right after one. I'm gonna guess 3.
No,
No.
it's actually number 2.
Oh, shit, that's 2.
Should have gone.
I wasn't sure. I'm just like,
yeah,
there's
no,
bound to be something
look-
I've missed.
Look, it
that
was
just gets in there.
like it was. I mean, it's at the top. You're definitely
Yeah,
ballpark.
I know it's above 5.
Yeah,
And where is it on your list?
2. Yeah,
So, as a lineup, Disco Elysium is number 2 for all of us.
there we go.
Oh.
Solid. Should have said 2.
yeah. So Disco Elysium, the CRPG that kind of reinvented the genre in a way that I loved.
Yep.
Oh my god, I started investing in visual calculus,
Oh.
and I was like, oh well, I just assumed this is going to let me get stuff. Have you done any visual
No.
calculus? It actually starts giving you diagrams on the screen.
Really?
It gives you all the actual visual calculus parts.
It's so fucking cool.
Legitimately great.
And that's why it's at number 2.
I'd like to point out, Paul, I'm investing in visual calculus whilst I'm an art cop.
Oh,
Art cop.
nice.
See,
It's a good kind of...
What I really want to
balance.
do, I need to do with Disco Elysium, is get Steam Link going to my iPad, because I feel like this is a game that I could very happily stream in
just
bed.
at any
and just,
point.
Yeah.
Just pick it up, play a little bit.
Yeah.
Whenever. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, it's like
just...
last time we spoke of it, we spoke for about 40 minutes, I think,
Yeah.
on the podcast, and it was only last episode. So,
Yeah. So we don't need to do that
Well, 2
again.
episodes.
oh, 2 of it. Well,
Yeah.
considering the one we just recorded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. It works great on the Oculus Quest. I just love it. It's like I can't talk about it anymore without just giving you more and more examples of me having fun with it.
I
and
think
finding
the thing
something
about
new.
it is that, like, even just the 3 of us, we
Yeah.
have entirely different stories in this
Yeah.
game. And since we had that episode recorded, what I've played since has been, again, entirely different from what I was already talking about.
What I also
It is
a friend of mine,
Beautifully unique.
a friend of mine who she does play games, but she's not really a gamer. We just were out at Cats actually, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I picked up that disco game." I'm like, "Oh," and she fucking loves it. And just
Yeah.
like she rolled, like I said, "Oh, I'm in Land Empire." It's like, "Oh, I just made my own character. I'm not lame like you, just using one of the pre-builts." Like, "Oh shit, fucking stand up for me." And she, had again all different stories, and like it's such a good game to talk about with other people and to explore. And I felt so bad the other day. I save scummed.
Oh, don't do that.
No.
I did it once. I'm like, nah, never again.
No, you got to run with the consequences.
I'm sorry, game.
I only
I'm
load
sorry.
when I'm
Shouldn't
dead.
have done that. Yeah. So I've learnt my lesson.
Oh, I wonder if anyone's going to do any like Iron Man runs of Disco Elysium.
Probably.
I mean, yeah.
That's probably
I
actually
reckon
not a
almost
terrible way
guaranteed.
to play it, because
Or, like, if
you're
you
just going to
actually
constantly
die,
go
you
in
just
different.
start again.
It's like, oh, I was killed by the dumbbells.
Hardcore mode.
All right.
Yeah. What a wonderful game.
It
Wonderful,
is.
wonderful writing. Great presentation. I cannot wait to see what else this studio can
Yeah.
develop in the future. Again, taking out a lot of Game of the Years, and with this, it's just racked up a lot of points there. So that's put it big up on our list as well. Okay, James, what's your next guess?
All right, what am I going to pick? Who am I going to go for? I'm going to go for a Sam pick.
Yeah, alternate things.
And Sam, I'm going to call your, well, it was your number.
You can change your numbers.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they've been
I'm going to
guessed.
say number 2
Which we
Luigi's
just-
Mansion.
Okay.
Sorry, number 3.
Just guess 2, so change that.
Is Luigi's Mansion 3.
It's on there, it's not 3. It's number 5.
Number 5.
But yes, you're correct.
Yes.
Unexpectedly on my list, if you were to say back when we knew it was coming before I'd played it, I wouldn't have said that it was going to be something I picked up, nor something I had such a wonderful experience with.
I've got it as my number 4. I feel that's a mistake, but
Too late. It's on the
too
list.
late. Too late. I mean, it's still on my. It won't be on my list
Yeah.
if it feels that it's higher than I meant it to be.
But it is definitely, like, it is so polished, it is so well constructed, and it is, like, a lot of my list, I think I said before we started recording, a lot of what I did when I tried to build this list was pretty much, I went back through everything I played this year, and I went, what games did I finish? And then I went, what games did I finish very quickly? Like, what did I invest time into in a very short period of time when I played it? And this is definitely one of them, although it hit number 5, where once I started it, it was the one game I was playing, and I pushed through, I finished it. I wasn't trying to speedrun, I was trying to experience the whole game and do all the collectibles. I still missed quite a lot. Like, it got to a point in the end where I went, no, it's okay, I'm not going to go back and find the boo or whatever like that. But
You didn't get all the collectibles.
I didn't
at
get
the
all
end?
the boos.
Oh,
I
I
did
got
get
all the
all the
boos.
gems. But
See, I think I spoke about it on the show. I
it
love
was
the
so-
structure of it because when you want to go back and get all the gems at the very end, normally had at
yeah,
least
it
one
was
per
easy
level.
enough to get the
So the
boo at
boo
the
was there
time.
at the same time. So
I
it was-
think that was the only thing I did get tired of, was getting those boos, and I just thought, you know what, I've experienced that part of it. Let's just do the rest.
yeah, like I wouldn't go bother with the boos on them
But-
own. But when they're
Yeah.
nearby,
yeah,
oh, I'm getting
yeah.
some
I caught ones if I
vibrations.
went past them,
Yeah,
but if I wasn't
Yeah,
going past one,
I have come close to buying it
is-
several
yeah,
times.
and-
Like I've looked at it like, because I do think I'd like
they
it.
managed to do like so much with so few mechanics. That's something I really love about.
and
there
the
are so many
presentation
different
is
things
off the fucking
at
charts.
every single floor of this hotel, every single themed floor. That, like, at the end of the day, you've got a vacuum cleaner, you've got suck and blow, like,
and
the
Luigi.
thing- and Luigi, the thing who is just a gooey version of you that has suck and blow. Like, at the end of the day, it's like 3 mechanics.
Just call it.
Can I want that to be box quote. Just a gooey version of you that has suck and blow.
But, like, the sheer amount of things they do with those mechanics.
I want that on my
great.
gravestone.
And I do also like the fact that even in a Luigi game, Nintendo made a green sidekick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is Luigi.
I heard some people not like the bosses. I went, what the fuck are
I
you talking
love
about?
the
The bosses are
bosses.
amazing. I love all the bosses.
That's another thing,
Yeah.
like, on the mechanic side too. Like, all the bosses are unique, other
Yeah.
than the one that repeats itself a few times.
Yeah, yeah.
But that makes sense that it's the same thing
Yes.
on different floors. But they're all, like, to have 15
Unique bosses.
unique
are
bosses that
Some of them are really
very unique,
spectacular.
and there are some incredible ones in
Yeah.
there.
Sometimes my only complaint
Was
sometimes was that sometimes they were too easy, so I didn't really get to experience them. I was like, oh, I wish I could see more of that.
It was a
That's
game that
cool.
kept me continuously surprised, I think.
Yeah, every time you get to a new floor, you're like, what's it going to be?
Yeah.
What are we going to see? It's cool. Okay, so my pick time. I'm going to guess. Okay, let's shift this around a little bit. I'm going to go for a Sam guess. I'm going to say number 3
Mhm.
is Bubber Is You.
No, it's number 4.
Fuck. So close.
Didn't have that on my list.
I guessed. It's too smart for James. I love this like this
this-
picture of James building up of this dum dum.
I think the almost relationship destroying game of Bubba Is You.
Bubba is
number
you.
4. Again, another one of those games that I finished and completed. Not quite in one core only game I played, because it is not a game you want to do that with. It's a game you want to get stuck on a puzzle, put it down, and come back after you've done some less taxing things, especially when you get to the
Because
later
I
puzzles.
still haven't finished it. I got back into it the
Oh.
other day. That's why it's my number
There
5,
is-
when it's your number. So we switched to
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 3 and Bubba Is You around,
There we go then.
which keeps them pretty much in line each other for the overall list.
Beautifully
Ooh.
made puzzle game.
It's
Such
it's
a great
amazing.
concept.
Oh yeah,
And, like, so well executed. It's so simple in its execution and so challenging in its puzzles.
yeah. Ugly
Just
as
keep
sin, but
building
it
and
works
building.
well. It's like
Yeah.
it's an aesthetic that works well for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, Bubba Is You. I mean, I think it was one of those games that Because it had been talked about for years. That prototype had been out, and so much so that someone else had just cloned the prototype and released it for the mobile, and that was very mean of them. And I was one of those things like what's that called? Superliminal the other day. It's like where you're like, how are they going to make this a whole game? And Bubber's You certainly keeps extending that idea and changing things
all the
up
way to the end.
Yeah. I'm still only like halfway in, really. I got to the point and I go like, oh man, why did I stop? I've got like 12 puzzles available to me. I'm going through them and going like, all right, fuck this one.
Yeah.
I remember why I stopped.
I remember why I stopped all these fucking puzzles. Fuck. I just gotta make progress on one of them and then I'll work our way through. It'll be fine. Yeah, really, really good puzzle. I'd say puzzle game of the year pretty easily.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't think of anything else that would quite get up there. Okay. For an exciting score update after 2 rounds, Sam is in the lead with 4 points, and James and Paul, I'm Paul, equal second with 3 points.
Nice.
Okay, so Sam, it's time for you to pick.
Now I'm really struggling. I have no idea now. Because what I didn't do was what James did, is actually look at all the other games that you guys might have on your lists. I just looked at my list and my games. And I realized now that was a mistake. I should have looked at the games that you played.
Not too many of your games overlap.
And I'm not sure there's going to be a lot of overlap with the rest of them.
Okay.
Potentially.
Just
go wild.
Yeah.
But I might
Swing
as well
for
say it,
twos.
because then it means you can't get points for guessing it on my list. Because it is a game that topped many of the lists.
That's strange. Way
Strategy, Paul. Look, you make
Okay,
something about
okay.
points. Strategy happens. No, it's probably not on either of your lists, actually, so I'm not going to guess it.
or is it?
Never mind. I don't think it is.
I just realized a game I meant to have on my list, but I don't. It's too late now.
The list is written. Can I change?
I'll guess a James game.
Okay.
And it's going to be somewhere near the bottom, I reckon. So we'll say
You
10 for the sake of it.
10, okay.
It was Slay the Spire,
No,
potentially.
I don't believe it was out last
Yes,
year.
It was.
It was on.
It came out
It
of early
came
access
out.
this year.
Came out in
Well, then it might have
2019.
It came out 3 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
It didn't really come out.
Yeah.
No. It was released this year.
It's a
early
2019
access.
release.
Okay.
So it was finished 2019.
yeah.
And it was like January or
It
February.
is not on my list. It may. Actually, probably still wouldn't have been if I had categorized it. Not to say it is a bad game.
No, it is
a
number 10 on
very
mine.
good
It
game.
is number 10 on
Yes.
yours.
It brought some new concepts to the whole roguelike
Yeah.
dungeon crawling nonsense
Well,
that a lot of games have now started doing. The whole deck building,
mm.
card-based roguelikes. It's become its own subgenre.
What really impressed me, because I'm not even that into card-based games, a little bit too RNG for me, but it felt balanced. Like
it's incredibly well balanced.
Yeah, the I got so much further than I thought I would in my run by finding synergies.
And it has that one of the best parts that way, like you know what's going to happen before you make your move as well. So it's more about strategy, not about luck. Or like
But yeah,
it's
very good.
solid. I put a lot of time into it.
I just looked at my list for you, James, and I realized one of them was a joke. I'm like, fuck, why did I pick a joke here? Then I realized my picks for you aren't set. I can change whatever I want.
Yeah, you can change it as we learn new
Yes,
information.
Okay, James, what is your next pick?
Who needs to be picked on a bit? I think Sam. All right, I'm gonna stick with Sam.
Okay.
So let's have a look. What have I got for good old mate Sam? You've given your number.
We've still got
All right, so I'm
9
gonna
to
go-
6
all right,
and
I'm
3.
going to say your number 3 is The Outer Worlds.
No,
Oh.
and it's not even on the list.
Not even on the list.
That game is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
No, hyperbole. It's bad.
Oh.
Is it on your list, James?
Yeah, it is on my list.
Oh shit! I wrote that one off as being on anyone's possible
Yeah.
list.
I looked at it and I thought, no.
Is it your number 10?
It didn't click
No, it's
with
my
me.
number 5.
What?
I really
Dang.
liked it.
Why?
Dang you.
I thought we all fell off it. I mean, you fell off it later than me.
Yeah, I fell
but
off
I thought
later.
by the end you were
I
like,
still-
yeah,
but-
I'm bored of this
But
thing too.
it's something I haven't finished yet, but I've been tending to go back to it.
Can't believe you don't like Outer Worlds and you like the Outer Worlds.
I'm going to be honest, I enjoyed it, but I definitely, once I stopped playing it, I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. See, I think it's much closer to what I want out of like what Bethesda's doing
Yeah.
than what Bethesda's doing.
That's definitely true.
And so it's... Or even,
But don't we want... Aren't Bethesda games best when you can go around the world and find things and explore?
Put cups on heads.
And there's like none of that in Outer Worlds.
No,
Stick
but
a plate through a door to teleport.
That's just me trying to find the fun that's not there. Where I genuinely had fun exploring the world and talking to people. And the exploration wasn't really like, oh, I found an interesting quest. It was more, oh, I found a note which is describing some things. And I like the...
This is the craziest pick I've ever heard for a top 10 list, and I've got Witch Eye on my list.
I think it's given me something that I've wanted for a while that no one else has been doing.
It gave you a hug. It gave you a warm, comfortable hug.
I like...
With no surprises. It has neither highs nor lows.
It gave me more of a Fallout 1 and 2 vibe than Bethesda's done in years, because it was sort of like going back to like leveraging like
hard
some
for Bethesda
kind of
to give you a Fallout 1 and 2 vibe.
Well, yeah. I like the characters.
You enjoy your terrible game.
Terrible game.
I'm on James' side here
really
with it.
liked
Like,
it.
I did really enjoy my time with it.
Yeah. When I think
But
about did it fall
You go
off?
first.
It did fall off a bit.
Yeah.
But the time I spent with it, and I probably put like 20 hours into it. I had a very good time.
I-
And it's still on my list of things to go back to.
I started like thinking the game was good, and I've slowly grown to thinking that game's terrible. I have no positive thoughts about it.
Actually, it makes me think of maybe something like Deus Ex, where it's a bit more kind of like level based, and then I do a bunch of stuff in that level.
But this Deus Ex has systems.
It still has systems. They're still
What
different. Like they
systems?
still beat the level in like I can sneak through here and do it this way, or I can talk to this person. Like there's different ways to do things.
I mean, yeah, in a real 2000s rudimentary way, yeah, I guess.
yeah, but like that's actually not too far off what I kind of.
Paul really didn't like.
Yeah,
that.
but like that's kind of what I wanted, and that's kind of like it was a bit more simplistic. It was well executed for what it was trying to do. It didn't try to overcomplicate it, and I appreciated that.
Okay. I'll stop picking on your game.
See, I realized after I'd fallen off it that I was perhaps in a world where, after being kicked in the face so many times by what Bethesda ended up doing with their realm of the
I
genre,
feel that is why it's
that it's come along.
That
and the other world has gone, here you go, here's a light kick in the face. It's better, but it's still a kick in the face.
No, it's the
it was
warm
definitely
hug.
an improvement.
It's the warm hug of the
that,
thing you
yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
mean,
not-
I wasn't being totally.
I definitely
facetious when I
don't
said warm
rank
hug.
it like as one of those things that
It's
ranks.
good. Yeah. I mean, no, I said you can have a good game. Sorry, shit. Stop picking on the game. It's fine. All choices are fine.
Yeah.
Even that one.
This
Jesus.
choice is fine. Even Witch Eye.
I really didn't think that was going to get
Yeah,
on
no,
the
no,
list.
got on there.
Okay, James, I'm going to say your number... Oh, I had it as 3. Oh, let's see with 3. It's all there. Control.
No.
No.
Number 6.
Number 6. Lower than Outer Worlds. Now everything is going to be tainted by this shit. Okay. So 1 point for Paul.
Yeah, I think Control. I felt. Well, you haven't finished it yet, have you?
No.
You haven't.
It's because Paul was waiting to do a game club with someone.
I feel like it starts very strong. I think it kind of, because of games as service, it doesn't, I think, wrap as cleanly as I would like, because it's like, oh, we've got to have all our DSC and we've got to have a reason to keep things going.
And some of like the randomly generated like keep grinding things are a little bit odd.
Yeah, there's some weird systems in there which I don't think anyone will really care about.
But it looks so cool and it plays so cool
but
and the world's so cool.
It plays really well. Like their combat system feels unique. If you feel like a superhero, but I feel like, I don't know, like it doesn't feel scripted. Like it feels like I'm in control of everything. Like I have a lot of agency in what I do, and it's like in my head I think, okay, I'm gonna smash down here, lift up that person, throw this thing over there, put on my rock shield, and do all these things and execute them like without thinking about it too much. And yeah, it does that well. I think
this was before when I said, "Oh shit, I forgot to put a game on my list." Control would have been on my list.
Yeah.
Probably would have been a bit lower than you, but it was a fucking great game.
Yeah.
But yes, as you said, I haven't finished. In fact, I've stopped playing right before what everyone says is the highlight of the game, so I really need to get into it. Give it a shot.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say it's a highlight. It's interesting though. I don't
like
it's
controversial, of which I can have no opinion on because I have not played it yet.
But you should finish it.
Yeah. It's a cool game. Yeah, the bloody ashtray maze. That's where I'm at. Cool. Okay, so control that. So it's time for another Sam pick.
Can I steal James's list of what we've played this year? Of what you've played this year?
I kind of have it. Yeah. Of what
I won't scroll to see your
Alright.
actual list. You can bet me. I'll do a quick
There is. No, just leave it there. That's Paul's list.
Yeah, Paul's list is massive. This is an iPad Mini.
I like
right?
playing.
Yeah.
I like playing a lot of video games,
It's an entire screen on an iPad Mini.
Yeah.
It's pretty wonderful.
and it's not like one per line.
No. This is a solid block of
It's
text.
just a tag cloud.
Okay, Paul.
Okay,
What numbers we got for you?
we've got 9 to 7 and 3.
Is your number 9, because I don't think it's going to rank highly, is Blasphemous?
No,
Is it on the list?
no.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it on your list?
Yeah, number 6.
I had it as your number 10.
Haha! Take that.
Well, no points for anyone on that one.
I should just guess all the games on my list, and then no one gets points for guessing.
You just deny.
So interestingly,
Write myself out of this.
so that's higher than I expected for you. So what stuck with you with Blasphemous? Like Blasphemous was in my shortlist still.
Yeah, it was. I just actually
It
double checked that I
really-
didn't have it for you because it's your number 11. It just got pushed down.
It really, really hit the spot for me that loves Dark Souls and loves Metroidvania. Like,
And loves a lady
and
full of swords.
Yeah, like Metroidvanias haven't been a genre I've been around. Like, I never played.
It's not
the
a big
original
genre for you.
Castlevanias. It's only recently been a big genre, especially with Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
And it really hit that spot of like
The theming of
soulsy-
Blasphemous.
It's not even soulsy, but that kind of feeling of hard combat or hard-ish combat mixed with the Metroidvania exploration.
I thought it was a
And
little bit.
I played through a bunch of it and it put it down for a while, and then I went back to it and
Mm.
with a goal of finishing it, and I did just
You finished
basically
the whole
in
thing?
one hit
Oh,
went
yeah.
through the rest of it.
I think
had like 5
its
hours of it.
challenge is pretty
It-
reasonable.
Yeah, like it's in that realm of like it's challenging, but you're learning the ways to overcome the challenges, and once you've got
And
it,
it's got all the
You're good.
Soulsians like weird characters and weird systems that don't
like
explain
all
themselves
all
and
that
then
kind
reveal
of like
themselves later.
well, the stuff where they've built this unique world that it's set in, and then not like they don't care about telling you about it as much. There is a lot of writing in there if you go through all the little bits and pickups and stuff. But like, I love worlds that just kind of exist.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're not
And-
trying to tell you everything about them. They just exist. You just have to accept that. This
And
is how
that
it is.
goddamn pixel art.
Yeah, and it's beautiful
So
artwork,
good.
beautiful animation on it, and yeah, I had a really, really, really good time playing through it. And I did actually, because it has 2 bosses, 2 final bosses, 2 endings, as it were.
Yeah.
And once I did one, I went and looked up how to unlock the other one,
Yeah.
and did that.
Oh yes,
And it
yes.
is very tough boss fights.
Is it something that anyone can do, or could you have blocked
It's something
yourself
anyone
out of
can do. I believe you can't block yourself out of doing it. It's very similar to Hollow Knight system in that if you get specific pickups, you don't have to get or
Okay.
do specific things in the game.
Because I know
And
there
it's
was a few things
it's
that
things that
Hmm.
aren't naturally come across. Like you have to find them.
because I know early in the game there was a thing that I walked into the screen and said I don't want to go this way yet, but apparently I started a timer that
Oh,
then
right, okay.
I could never do that thing. I'm like, oh, that's kind of a jip. But oh well. Okay. Yes, Blasphemous. Very cool. Okay. James, your time to pick again.
Okay. What else? I'll pick one for Paul. I
Okay.
think.
So you've got 9 to 7 and 3.
Okay, I'm gonna have a go for number 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna say number 3
Mm-hmm.
is heaveho.
Heaveho is on my list.
Damn.
It is not number 3. Heaveho is number 7.
Ah,
Heaveho.
You put it right up at number 3.
oh,
Nice.
heaveho was great though.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have Heaveho? No. Okay. Heaveho is probably the best party game this year. It is best played with more than.
Do I get my
Oh,
point?
sorry. You got to get your
You
point.
could get my point there, buddy.
No, sorry. Shit. No one's got a point in a while. So I forgot about that aspect of it. We really, it's good. It's really tight. Everyone's on 4. So Heaveho is best played with 3 or more people. And it is a game where you are 2 arms with a head in the middle, and you have to swing and work your way together to get through sort of abstract constructs. But the best part is each level has a coin, and you've got to carry that coin.
That coin is not optional.
Yeah. Well, what I sort of found out like leading more like that coin is just basically for gamers.
Yeah.
And not having the coin is for families. So it's like the game is designed for little kids to be able to get through it. Because it has all this really smart stuff. Like, if one person gets to the end and someone's stuck at the beginning,
Just pull the rope.
there's a rope to pull, and it gives them an assist, like a balloon that will carry them across the level and stuff like all these things to take out the frustration. And it's one of those games that requires precision, but also is so easy to move around and get into position again that randomly killing your friends isn't going to piss them off. It's just funny.
Yeah.
There's a button just to grunt and things like that. And the faces are very well animated. It's a really tight package, but it gets all the great things of teamwork while still being able to troll each other while not being frustrating and giving you some real challenges. Once you get deep into that game and you're trying to get that coin through, you are just like...
I've seen some of the playthroughs.
And what I thought was cool was that we were playing as Yumi Cheryl.
Yeah.
Just how quickly we adapted to it.
Yeah.
And like in comparison to say Heavenly Bodies.
Yes, which is a very similar system.
Similar concept, but clearly not as well executed as Heavenly Bodies. I hated it.
Oh yeah.
And I think part of that was because I'd played heaveho, so mechanically it was similar.
So you're trying to do the heaveho.
Yeah, and I'd already experienced a version which was very intuitive and fun to play, and it just was not for me. So yeah, it's just very well executed. Looks gorgeous. It's one of the best party games that I've played in a long time.
Yeah,
number 3 might have been a lofty call for it.
A lofty call, yeah.
But it was very good.
But swing wide, you go for it. Yeah. Okay, so time for Paul to pick. Okay, what do we still got? Okay, James, is your number... I had it as 4, which seems lofty, but let's go for it. Final Fantasy XIV.
No.
And
I didn't because I didn't play the expansion that came out this year.
Oh,
just
so
played
that's
all
what
the rest of the game.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Otherwise, it might have made it on there.
You got me out with your technicalities.
But yeah, I had a great time with Final Fantasy XIV this year. I probably put close to over 100 hours into that thing.
I know. That's why it should be your fucking number 4. Quick, change it.
Whatever it is, who cares?
But I didn't play Shadowbringers, so unfortunately... I mean, I guess I did play one of the bosses at...
Yeah, that's true.
At PAX, so maybe I could have snuck it in there.
Change your list. I got a game you can get rid of.
Yeah. No, it's staying there.
Damn it. Okay, Sam, back to you.
Can I see James's playlist? Or
It's
is that spoilerific?
It's a little harder to see.
Oh, because it's one page at a time?
No, it's just above Paul's. So there you go. Because not all this is everything I played, so not all those things came out this year. Yeah.
So now I'm doing some math in my head. If I write a wiki page of all the games this year, that's half in my head.
You should quickly go to the show page and just look through the games we played lists.
Yeah. That's what these are.
Yeah. Oh, just mean idly while you're...
What is it going to be? What's it going to be? Dun 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 dun
tough, right?
dun dun dun.
Let's pick one of your own games again.
Yeah, probably.
And...
All right, I'm gonna go off of James's list to guess the Paul one. Because it's on Paul's as well.
Everyone's trying to get my list down.
What numbers we got for you, Paul?
9, 8, and 3.
All right, let's go for 9 being Black Future.
No,
number is.
Black Future was very cool, but not cool enough to be in my top 10. Probably in my top 50.
Fair enough.
I didn't
That's
have
a
that.
much larger range.
Guess which.
No, I didn't
guess
think
where
that would be on James.
Worlds is in.
Top 100.
No, it doesn't get a fucking
It's
listed.
unlisted.
It'll probably get in the top 100.
Ouch.
Okay, James, time for you to pick.
Okay. I'm going to go for Paul again.
Yep.
So number 3, I'm going to say Resident Evil 2.
Oh, shit, that definitely should be on my
Oh,
list.
it's not on your list?
Oh, fuck.
How was that not on your list?
No, Paul's messed
I
up.
feel ripped off.
Maybe it was on the list he lost.
Yeah, I did lose the list.
And then he had
did
to
I
lose
get no
remake the
points for
list.
Resident Evil 2?
I feel like he
Is
should
it on
have a
your
point. It's
list,
not on my
Sam?
list.
Oh. Well, look, it's on mine.
I feel like he should have a point
I picked one that's on my
for
list because
making you go
it's good.
over.
I don't see. I've had so it was the same as because we had to last episode we had to cover Resident Evil 3 because we forgot to talk about it on the episode before.
You've got Resident Evil 2.
I forgot Resident Evil 2.
Well,
now.
look, it's my number 3.
I've put it
So
Resident
write
Evil
it down there as my number 3 because
yeah.
Resident Evil 3 was amazing.
It's supposed to be on my list.
Resident Evil 2, one of the best remasters that has ever been done, looks and plays fantastic. Completely recaptures what Resident Evil was when it came out in a modern context.
James. It's supposed to be on that. It's a very good game.
It's a very good video
It's a
game.
very good video. What can we say about Resident Evil 2 but a very good video game?
Look, and we got Resident Evil 3 coming.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
And after seeing what they've done with the last one, and so many smart things they did, like getting the little tick when we could get rid of the item, and the map, the modern things they had in there to make
map
that game
was great.
to make the game playable.
Man, because
How good did it look?
When I redid the list, I did it entirely from memory, so I do just have a Resident Evil blind spot.
Oh, well, there you go. No points.
Sometimes you just can't.
You know how we
see
did it
Resident
together
Evil.
as like really good friends?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like the bonding of
Yeah,
the...
it was a good experience.
Yeah,
it was
us
our
good friends.
it was our Resident Evil experience.
My,
which we always
my
do.
wife came home and said, "Why is it when you two hang out, you only play single player games?"
And we looked at each other like we never thought of it. We looked at each other like, oh yeah, she raises a good point.
Okay. Well, that's that. Oh god, I see. Oh, you must have played the expansion this year. Fucking hell. Oh, that one was a joke. Sam, I'm going to go for you. Your number 3 is Sekiro.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes, 2 points for Paul.
See, Sekiro I had but off as number 12 for you. I actually knocked it out.
No, it's right up there.
Okay.
Because I am a big lover of anything that potentially related to the Souls genre.
I can't remember what... Because I didn't like re-listen to the episodes, but I must have when I was just
I
checking.
definitely
what
at
played.
one of those episodes. I
You
definitely said
made
it's one
some
of the-
you made some comment somewhere that I resaw, which was about just like hammering against some boss or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's right, he really fucking loved that game. Yeah.
Because I think the comment you had made in the notes was like, after almost destroying 13 controllers or something like that.
Oh yeah,
There's
maybe
a
that
lot
was
of
it. Oh
moments
yes,
where I
because it was
nearly
in your
destroyed
list
my
of
controller,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I looked at the
I
actual
think almost
show
broken
notes.
controller count at 17 was the sub note.
It's a lot. And,
Yes.
and still enjoying.
It wasn't on your list, was it, James?
No. That would be...
We're too casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Anything you want to say about Sekiro?
Only that it's a damn good game, and I'm sad that it has been one of the few Souls-like games that hasn't had anything done to it after the fact. But
What do you mean?
Like no DLC, or anything.
Oh, no
like that.
DLC. Yeah.
nothing. And I just want
Because they're working on something new.
I just want to go and play more of it, but I'm done with it. What do I do?
Done all the optional bosses.
Yeah. Apparently, I just go get Ghost of Tsushima.
Mm.
I don't think it's going to be the
It's
same
not the
kind
same
of
game,
experience.
Yeah.
but in my head, I can pretend.
Okay. It's back to Sam.
It is, and I'm just hitting random episodes.
Oh,
and
did you
notes.
see? Yeah.
What do we got?
Look. Because James just specifically said how he didn't play the Final Fantasy XIV expansion, therefore it's not on his list.
Yeah.
And I'm almost certain a Destiny 2 expansion came out last year.
Yeah. What number?
It's on there somewhere.
We've got 4 and 10 to 7.
Let's call it 7.
Done on my list this year.
Okay.
Didn't
Oh, thank
Well,
God. I had it as number 2.
Yeah. No, I actually took it off this year. I decided not to count expansions this year.
So we double loopholed us.
I tried to go for actual
Shit, do I have any other expansions?
releases. I mean, it was very good. It was really the thing with the Shadowkeep was what is Bungie doing now that they're not with Activision, and what will Destiny look like in the coming years. And what they made was good. Like they've really kind of pulled back from the aggressive monetization that Activision was going for. They landed on a pretty comfortable way to deliver content with their season pass, which ends up being like $15 every 3 months or so. And they go, here's some new stuff to do, some new activities and all that. Very good to see, but didn't make my list because I had a no expansion clause this
Fair
year.
enough. So James made up a bunch of rules.
He made up an extra rule. It wasn't in my rules.
That's the way to do it.
That bastard.
Personal
Okay.
rules that you don't
James,
mention.
time for you to have a pick.
All right. Okay. All right. So who has got a few blanks in there still?
Sam and I both
All right,
have
about
3.
the same. All right.
James is covered in blanks.
All right. I'm going to go
Or
with
is that a different list?
Sam.
7,
and
8, or 9.
7, 8, or 9. Oh, I'm going to say your number 7 is Fire Emblem.
No. It's number 8.
Ah, it's close.
But damn good guess.
Yeah.
Easily.
I had it
was
as
on my
4.
list. I have put close to 200 hours into it now.
Yeah, I remember you saying you played a lot.
Yeah. And there was a point where it's probably the only time I've ever done it in a video game where I've actually started a second playthrough before I finished the first. Just to like have 2 simultaneous almost.
Just give me my points, bitch.
I gave you your fucking point.
I picked up
I now care so much about these points.
I picked up my DLC. I got all my maid and butler outfits. There's the sauna now. Like they're adding in all the extra shit. Very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like Fire Emblem's always been one of those games where I've always started to play them and then fallen off them. Through houses I didn't, and I don't know why.
Is that because
I have no idea why I didn't.
Is
fall
it
off.
because the actual combat stuff not took a backseat, but wasn't
I feel
as
like it wasn't
100%
as
of the
in
game?
your face.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the turn-based tactical strategy, I think might be the bits that turn me off. Hilariously, that's the whole game.
The life simulator stuff seemed
But
like they.
the fact that they mixed it in with a lot of other, like all those other mechanics that were going on, made it. I don't know. I felt more attached to a lot of it. I think
they do a lot to keep you invested in those characters.
Yeah, a huge like. Yeah, I think it was built very nicely to give you like, especially the way it was done story-wise, with a huge time skip in the middle, or near the start almost, where like they build up. Here's your meeting all the characters effectively and getting to know them. Then we time skip. Some shoot goes down, and then like. You're already invested, and then you just become more invested through that. I would say, arguably, the story itself is a little weak. Like, there's a few points that are just very obvious about what's going to happen, but it doesn't make it worse for that. I think it's just kind of it's following a few tropes and cliches, but it executes them fairly well. But yeah, very enjoyable, and I'm still going to be putting more hours into it.
You're going to finish it this year?
Probably.
Well, you finished how many stories?
2 playthroughs now.
2 playthroughs, yeah.
So I'm going back for the 3rd, and then I think I probably give the hidden in quotes 4th storyline a miss, mostly because I don't need to play it.
Okay, I feel like I know Sam's other 2.
Do you? Oh, so you're going to go for it?
No. Because
James
James
has
has got
empties.
so many
We're just
spaces.
going to be here guessing
But
James games.
But James is so random and
We
like
don't know
such
what it-
bullshit.
What other rules does James have?
You know, I put
Was
in.
it games that only came out on a weekday?
I wrote down a one here. Where is Joan as a joke, but maybe it's fucking in there.
I listed it separately.
You son of a bitch.
It was going to be my gag number 1.
Okay, oh god. Okay. See, that one's a toughie.
Because I got some. I don't think you'll.
So if you
I'm
think
gonna say your number 8,
Yeah.
which is not the number I had it for, but I'm gonna push it down to what? Dragon's Quest 11.
No.
Fucking hell.
James did just randomly pick a list of games just to annoy us. Right?
No. This is ordered. I put thought into this.
Yeah, deficient.
10 random games that
Did you see your
were then
number
ordered.
5? Fucking hell.
I'll stick with that.
It's okay. We can just change some of the letters,
Okay.
and it'll be the Outer Wilds.
man.
No more points for me.
I like now my list is so good.
Like the thing is, like I've got some theories, but they're all just like red. I can't order. At least I know there's no more expansion packs. So
Yeah, that's
there's
good.
at least 2 more off my list
no
of your
more
possibilities.
expansions.
Okay, Sam, time for you to pick. Just shoot wild.
Look, you
He's
said
like-
there was another mobile game on your list.
Oh, you have to know what it is.
Did it?
I mean,
I feel like I do, but I don't know if it came out
Alright.
last year.
I wonder what you
It
guys
came out
think it
on
is.
a console last year, on a device.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't
You-
think it was a 2019.
I mean, I think you're thinking of the wrong game then.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, God,
Might
now I
have been
want to know what game you're
2019.
thinking
2019
of.
was forever.
I need to double check it was actually out.
It was a
the
long
one that I
year.
think it is.
I'm
is
gonna
out of the right.
quickly-
God, now. No.
gonna
Look,
real
someone has to
quickly-
guess this mobile game because now I'm interested.
Look, save it for my pick because then I can pick it.
Okay. Just go for like a shitty shooter with James. Like,
yeah.
okay,
So
like,
where was Wolfenstein Youngblood on your list?
it was in my honorables.
There we go then. Honorables. No points for honorables, but
No. But also I know everyone hates that, but I just had a good time with James.
yeah, I remember you having a good time.
no,
too.
this one has to come off my list.
Something has to come off your list.
No, the game that I thought that was on your list. The mobile game I thought you were talking about. Sorry, I'll get back on one mic.
Oh, okay.
That's looking at the year, and it's much earlier than I thought.
But just wait, did Sam just pick that Wolfenstein Youngblood?
That was
Okay.
my guess.
Oh, okay.
So
No.
James gets to try for the mobile if he wants.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Did it come out that time?
I don't know. I don't know what game you're talking about.
Look,
Take
look,
a
look.
guess.
No, it was
I'm
out.
trying to find out
because I did double check
what
this.
I was thinking.
Okay. What? Okay, where's one of your blanks?
I've got 8, 9, and 3.
Okay, I'm going to say 8 photographs.
No. Photographs is a very good game though.
Not on your list at all?
No.
Ah,
I mean, it's in
me.
my honorable mention list, but
Okay, I thought that'd definitely be on there.
it was very, very cool.
Yeah.
I guess I just had more fun with other games.
Yeah.
It was very impressive. Photographs, was just 4 short stories, and the it's puzzles, but the puzzles actually go into the gameplay telling. I mean, it probably should get some more props, but it just didn't get there for me. I went for a much sillier mobile game. Okay, time for Paul to take a fucking guess at James. I think this might be our first completely blank round, and I said 2 blank rounds in a row, and the game's over. Shit, that.
I've got some good ones.
They're all games that he should
the mobile
like.
one I was thinking of was definitely not 2019. So.
Do you have? Are they like games that are liked other than you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
That's not really like you can find anyone on the internet to like something. You pay someone $5 to say they like a game.
I mean, I feel like it's. Did he play enough for it to go? And there's. I mean, I jokingly put word laces in there, but
No, it's not.
He's not that. He's
No,
not. He's
okay.
not that. No.
No.
I'm gonna say your number 8 is Apex Legends.
No, but it is on my list. It was actually my number 10.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I did actually play that.
I know you played it, but I just thought it might have fallen off your mind.
No, the reason it stayed on there was because, it was the first battle royale that I thought was good.
Yeah, I'm very much in the same.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, as someone, if they can take battle royale, which is a genre I do not like, and get it into something which I find quite compelling, then kudos to them.
True.
And yes, I haven't kept playing it. I sort of did some of the first battle pass, and the battle pass was very but what I did play, I had a very good time. Interesting characters, looks good, some amazing stories.
Plays for runs great.
Runs great. I mean, there was a couple of times that I was a champion, so I actually, got my chicken dinner. Yeah, it's a good battle royale.
Let's just pour one out for the ping system.
Yep,
Yeah,
ping system.
fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
Everything.
All
Kind
the,
of is starting to be that way now.
Yeah,
but thanks to Apex Legends.
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
much.
they took one of the things I hate in these games, which is needing to talk to people.
Yeah.
They took that out.
Which is great.
And I could just jump in, do some co-op play, have some interesting matches, mute chat in case anyone did talk to me, because if they did talk to me, they're probably going to be dickheads, and just have a good time.
Beautiful. Okay, Sam, let's throw one out
I
there.
have to guess a James one because he's got so many empties.
He's
This
got
should
4
make it easy.
empties.
I got so many
I
empties.
don't know.
Yeah, but he's so
running out of
wild.
Man, there's
games.
some.
And I didn't research like I should have.
Like his number 1 game last year was fucking Fallout 76.
Yeah, true.
This is a fucking wild card.
It's a crazy man.
You think I'm the weird one? You're
That's
just
a
guessing all
crazy
my
Look,
shit.
man.
out.
I'm basically the Joker.
Yeah, could be anything.
We
But we
in a
love
soc-
you anyway.
We live in a society of rules.
So without you, we'd be nothing. I had something in my head, and then you started talking about Apex Legends.
How
and I
many of
forgot
your relating 4 have pew pews in them?
it. Yeah.
I mean, that is most games anyway.
Are
All
they-
of them, because I like my PPs.
I know you do.
They're all pew pew.
There is PPs of some regard in all the.
I'm gonna throw it out just because it has been talked about very recently. Is Remnant on your list?
No.
Okay.
It's
I'm
a
not
very
even
good
guessing
game.
numbers at
Very
this
good
point.
game, but I haven't
Yeah,
haven't played
not
enough
enough
for
of
it to
it.
get there yet. Yeah.
Makes
I mean,
sense.
I think it's a game that has potential.
Mm.
That in retrospect, like if you ask me in a few months, maybe. But yeah, Remnant not quite up there yet for either of us. Very good game though. Okay, James.
What spots have I got left?
For me or for Sam or both? There's 3 spots for me. There's 2 spots for Sam,
All right.
and 3 is my highest.
All right, I'm going to go for Paul again.
Yep. Got 3, 9, and 8.
I'll go for 8 as Hypnospace Outlaw.
Ooh, correct game. Wrong position. Number 3.
Oh, that was your number 3. I didn't think it'd be up that high.
Hypnospace Outlaw
Yeah.
is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I've started giving it to people.
Can you give it to me? I don't have it.
What, really?
No.
Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow. Consider it done.
I've been wanting to play it for ages, but I'm looking like,
Oh, just wait. So you haven't actually played it?
no.
Me neither.
Oh, you poor motherfucker.
Paul has some gifting to do.
Okay, so Hypnospace Outlaw is one of the most incredible games of the year for some very good reasons. Extra points. Sorry. I do like to lag out on James there, but I was getting excited about Hypnospace. Hypnospace is a fake computer with a fake internet, and basically, well, it's happening in your sleep, but it's still very real. And you are basically in the story, you become an enforcer of this fake internet full of web rings, and quite literally web rings. And you're given various tasks such as hunting down copyright material and blocking people's pages and such. The first task of the game being basically a kindergarten teacher got all her students to draw like I can't remember the exact like basically equivalent of Donald Duck. So you go and take down all the preschool teachers' drawings. Every page is made with love, like the kind of terrible GeoCities sort of artwork, like rotating GIFs, people putting up like a looping GIF, a looping MP3 of their favorite band's song. But all of these things required someone to make all of these things, and they've nailed all of it. And weirdly, as the game gets on, it's not just a stupid gag game. Like, this is a game with things like as I say, it's a virtual computer, not just a virtual internet. So like, that's one of the early quests again. It's like you deliberately get infected with a virus, and then you have to like go and buy a virus scanner and run it. But you need to like do stuff to get certain information and everything. So, and they've made it up to modding now as well. So people are adding like, their own programs to it and their own internet
for it.
But the story itself is actually good. Like it's both like commenting like satirically.
You should make a mod for it.
Maybe
a little bit of interactive storytelling,
but it gets kind of serious as well, but in a like earned way. It's very funny, very well made. It's annoying in all the correct ways that the old internet was. And as I say, web rings, they don't call them web rings, but they are web rings in the game.
Do you want to join my web ring?
Yeah, definitely. Hypnospace is a truly unique game with a truly unique play style that has so much love and care put into it. It's truly phenomenal. Okay, it's time for Paul to take a guess.
I love this so much.
What's left on James?
I'm just trying to find shooties that James has played.
Okay, I'm gonna try for 9, and I'm gonna say Void Bastards.
Nope.
Not on your list?
It was close.
Oh yeah,
it was close, but no, it did not make it.
James is unknowable.
Because like while I did have fun for a while, that one really fell off it. Into like where I think I fell off a little bit Outer Worlds, but I do intend to go back. Void Bastards fell off to the point of I'm done. But
okay, that means it's Sam time. Slight update on the scores while you think. Paul is in first place with 7 points, James with 6, and Sam with 4.
Come on. Done.
I came out with such a strong start to this too.
You did. You were in the early lead.
This isn't helping, guys. I'm looking at text and not reading it.
Gotta pick.
Okay, look, here's one. It's on a list. James played it. I thought it was quite good. Ion Fury.
Holy shit! It's like
what? Wait. What numbers do we have for James?
9, 8, 7, and 4.
9.
It is number 9.
Hell yeah!
Whoa.
Ion Fury took it down. Good find. Good random pick.
Like, what's a shooter game that I enjoyed?
I wanted to give that one props because it.
Of course you did.
Because
I mean, it is good.
It is a good game, made in the build engine for reasons which they. But it wasn't one of these things where they went, let's just go back and do a throwback to what these things were to Duke 3D.
Let's make a modern shooter in the build engine.
Modern shooter in the build engine. And they did it. Yeah. And it had some good levels, some like really creative stuff with like some of the like little puzzles and things. I enjoyed it,
but I fell off quickly.
Yeah, I played a good chunk of it. Like if you have the itch for anything like Duke or want to experience something like that,
this is the cream that will sort you out.
This is the one. This is the one to play because it plays like a modern shooter. It's got some interesting weapons. The challenge is pretty good. Like it's like it's not an easy game. You will die pretty easily. They did really well with that.
Yes. I just randomly opened the episode it was on. So there you go.
Good work, Sam.
That's going to be the only one I get from what's left.
Beautiful. Probably. James, time for a guess.
Okay, all right. I'm back. Okay, let's go for... Paul's got a couple left.
There's 2 left for both Sam and I.
2 in there, all right.
James is going to run out of things to pick.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go Paul. Your number.
Gotta remind myself.
Your number
Resident Evil.
9
Yes.
is Ape Out.
No, but a very good game on my short list.
Okay, so
Ape
okay.
Out, best integration of
Yeah.
music into a game possibly ever.
Mm.
Beautiful, jazzy, free drumming.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And it was a
Okay.
pleasure to watch people play it with a live drummer too.
Oh yeah.
It worked
yeah,
really
yeah.
nicely.
Okay, so well, James is still ahead with a 3 left, so I'll go for one more wild one with James. Shit, would he put that on his list? He probably would. 8, Far Cry New Dawn.
Nope.
On there at all?
No, it's not.
Oh, God.
Almost in, but it was.
Of course it was.
But I almost put it under the expansion rule. I think
it's fucking extra rules.
But no, it wasn't. But it was more like that's what knocked it out because it felt like an expansion rather than its own standalone.
Also, after the week you talked about it, I never heard you mention that game again.
Yeah. But and I enjoyed it because it made me think of Far Cry 5 again, which still love that game.
Okay, Sam, time for a guess.
Paul, did you put Watam on your list?
No, I did not.
Okay.
What I
It's
have not put enough
enjoyable,
hours into.
but
It's too weird.
Too early.
It needs 3 analog sticks.
That's a lot of analog sticks.
Okay, James.
Okay, I'm gonna go for Sam. What numbers have I got?
7 and 9.
7 and 9. Is your number 9 Dragon Quest Builders 2?
No. It's not on my list
Not
at
on your
all.
list. Oh, okay.
I forgot I even had it.
I had it in your
finished
honorable
it.
mentions.
I played it free play a couple of times, and
That's why I thought it'd be on your
I
list.
haven't opened
You-
it since.
yeah, you played a lot of
but
it.
I did finish it.
Yeah.
Is
It
your
was good.
number 9 Children of Morta?
No.
What?
Is it?
And I've just realised it's not on my list. It really should.
It's your Resident Evil 2.
Shit.
Okay, so that's
Okay,
a,
look,
that's a round with no
I'm
picks.
still relatively early in it too, though, as well.
Yeah, that's all right.
Why is that not? That was on my short list, and then
Wow.
I didn't write it
Yeah.
on my list.
You fucked up. Okay, come on, Sam.
Did James put Goose Game on his list?
Nope.
He said they all had pew-pews in them.
There are no pew-pews in
Pew pew.
There's
He did though, didn't he? I've already forgotten.
No, I don't have it on my list, no.
It's my number 7.
It's your number 7.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if I was to put Children of Morta back on my list, it would swap with it, and my number 9 would stay the same. Interestingly.
Okay.
Okay.
So where do we have for my turn?
yes, it's your turn.
Sam, what do we got left for you?
9.
He's got
9.
one
Is
game.
it Pokemon's?
No,
It's not Pokemon's.
because
Oh,
Pokemon was
shit.
just more Pokemon. I
Ah.
enjoyed it. Still enjoy it.
Yeah, I thought
But
there'd be
it's
some
not-
Pokemon's on there.
I don't think.
Me too.
Even as a lover of Pokemon games, I don't think Pokemon ever ranks as my game of the year
Okay.
list.
All right.
It's just something I have.
Yeah.
It exists and I
Yeah.
enjoy it. But it's almost never going to be in that top 10, I think. But I'm having a lot of fun with it still.
See, James is so hard to nail down. I lost a few picks from his thing. I had a few too many.
Just go for
jokes
my
in
last
there.
one, Paul. Should be easy
I
at this point.
thought your last one, considering you knocked out the other ones there.
I think I know. I could guess.
Is it Cadence of Hyrule?
No.
Fuck. Okay. So
It's 2 rounds of no one
that's
getting
2
it.
rounds of no one getting. So that's technically the end of the game. If we want to end the game now, how do you guys feel about that rule?
James has. I don't think we're going to get whatever James
Let's make it 3 just because why not?
Just to
Three
try and
three's
guess for
three's the
another
normal 3
shooty.
striking you
All
out
right,
idea.
We'll, go, this is the,
We'll do one more round
yeah.
just for fun.
Another James shooty.
Yeah. Come on. No, just going through the notes. Like, just, you got to...
I want to like pick one for each person. It's just like- okay.
All right, what is it?
I legitimately can't think of any more shooty games that came out this year. I
Doesn't
know-
have
I know
to be a
there's lots of
gun.
them.
Could be.
Pew pew games.
It can be other things that...
Pew pew makes gun.
What about? He likes space games.
He does, and I know he's played a lot of it, like Dangerous. But it's
No,
not,
but
it's
no,
not a
it's- no,
2019
no,
release.
no.
He played it in VR,
Mhm.
What about?
but that's not a 2019 release. It's the
Do
same game.
we want possible hints? If you, what about something that's
Can we
like,
guess together now?
what's like Epic Score exclusive?
This isn't a Paul pick. This isn't a Paul pick.
Can I pass?
Okay,
I
okay,
legitimately cannot think of another game.
You can pass if you can't think of
Yeah,
anything. Okay,
I legitimately
James.
cannot.
Paul,
Okay.
is it Rebel Galaxy Outlaw?
Why would I have that?
Yeah, but now who can't
But
pick it?
Is yours Rebel Galaxy Outlaw?
Oh God! What a weird power play. How does this affect the story?
What?
Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. Paul, is it your number 9?
No.
8? Oh, what a surprise. Guess whose list it is on?
Yours?
Yeah. Can't guess that one now, bitch.
What number was it?
Shouldn't have said anything. Kept those cards close to your chest.
I was trying to help
I
Sam.
told
my
you,
good
if
friend.
you add points,
It's number 7.
it turns into a competition. It's no longer a game.
So this is actually I
I mean, it did take 1 point away from you because you can't.
yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah. So this one
Oh no, you don't get to talk about it.
was one of the best revisits to kind of like the old space shooters. It's a kind of big open world, but not too big. It's a simulation, but not too much of a simulation. There's a whole bunch of quality of life stuff in this space shooter. Things like you just hold down a button to auto lock on, and then you can kind of just like easily aim to shoot. Or if you're trying to go somewhere, you can just hold down a button and there's fast travels. I think this game, when it hits Switch, is just going to be perfect for the platform.
Awesome.
But yeah, combat's good, nice trading. It's like good sense of humor to it. Good space shooty game, which now Paul can't pick.
Means just go for my last one, and it should be easy at this point. But
Go on,
given
Paul.
that I don't play anywhere near as many games as Paul does,
Go on, Paul.
or you.
See, I've got 2 others that
Two?
we haven't said for Sam. I've got 2 others.
Because you can
One
probably
of
pick
them could be
Sam's
right.
easier than you can pick mine. Yeah.
I mean, I literally only have one more game in here that isn't disqualified by some of your extra bullshit rules. And it's not a particularly good, memorable game, but you did like it when it came out. I've got 2 that Sam liked.
I got someone to use for Sam.
So which one of those 2 do you think I went back and played more of?
I think your number 9 is Bloodstained.
Nope.
Fuck you. What is
But
it?
it was on my short list of
good.
slightly more than 10.
Was it Link's Awakening?
No.
Then it wasn't either of my last 2. So I don't know. Okay. So since Sam skipped, that is the end of the game. So James,
What are the 2 which are
what
outstanding?
is your 8 and your 4?
So my number 4 was Division 2.
I was going to pick Division 2.
God, I played so much.
Division 2.
I played so
compl-
much Division 2.
I forgot that even
It
existed.
was a fantastic
Yeah.
sequel.
You're so hard to pick.
It's a looter shooter, Paul.
I know, but
It's a good looter
I
shooter
forgot it existed.
with like a good end game,
okay.
good dungeons.
And your number 8
just
was?
blind to looter shooters.
Surge 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that
okay,
one.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
you did just put a whole lot of time
17
into it.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
like
guess.
that one. It's like actually knocked out. I was going to put Phoenix Point on my game because I did enjoy that, and it was a real toss up. But I played a bunch of Surge 2, and I'm like, no, like it's like I tried to not be too biased because it's the thing that I'm playing now. But if I've already put that much time into it, it's probably going to make my list.
Okay, what is your number 9, Sam?
Well, both of yours are pretty solid picks because they were shortlisted, but Astral Chain.
Yeah, that was the one I was going to pick for you.
I did
That
actually. I think yeah.
that was the
I
last
had-
one I was going to guess for you.
Very
Okay, that's
enjoyable.
1
I
point.
know. Still, I haven't completed it yet, but I do go back to it every now and then to play a bit more, and it's continuously enjoyable.
And Paul's number 9 and 10 in the correct order. 9 was Katana Zero,
Oh, okay. I didn't have that one.
which was really, really stood out for me in its storytelling. Like a fun. People like to say it's Hotline Miami-ish. I don't really think so, but I get the comparison. But just the way that it integrated story in there. The only fault being that it does cut the story quite short when you get to the end of it. But I really fucking liked it. It's good. Like you went to your psychiatrist, and it felt like you really. Like I don't think there's any there's no real branching in the story, but it really feels like you
like there is.
have natural reactions to things, and you can play a bit of a character in there. But yeah, otherwise, just a really cool, hardcore side-scrolling action platformer. And the other one, which was
Concrete
my
Genie?
other mobile game. No, this is my other mobile game, which was a trick. Because it was on PC, and I think it might. I don't think it has a console release yet, but it's going to have one. But I played it on Apple Arcade.
Was it the?
What the Golf?
What the golf?
What the golf? Yeah, well, no, what the golf? It's very good. Yeah.
Which is really
Which
sold
coming from
arcade
James
to me.
is quite
Yeah.
high praise for a golf game.
Yeah.
yeah, it is a golf game that I really enjoyed.
Endlessly creative, actual challenge in it. Just really well put together, and was one of those things like actually played better on the touchscreen than it did when I was going to get it on PC. And they're like, no, I'm going to play it on Apple Arcade. Thank you. I really wish Apple Arcade had been better this year. But no.
Yeah, they've really slowed down.
They really have.
I'm hoping New Year things speed up again.
Okay, so that puts the scores with Sam in third place with 7.
That makes sense.
James with 8. And Paul with 9.
That was really close.
Okay.
That was very, very
I scraped
close.
it back with that Iron Fury.
Okay, and the current winners, it might be easy to go from top scoring and just the numbers game. Outer Wilds is our top scorer, followed by Luigi's Mansion 3 and Bubber Is You. Then Death Stranding, which really feels like a pretty good... Oh, no, sorry. No, fuck it. No. Disco Elysium had 27.
Yeah, also, what are you talking about? Disco Elysium should be our
Disco Elysium 27,
clear winner.
Outer Wilds, Luigi's Mansion 3, Death Stranding. That seems like pretty good.
I actually would
solid list.
I'd go with that list.
Yep, I think that works pretty well. So I guess that means I was also going to say I'm going to pretend to weight them and stuff, but then just take away as many points as I give everything because that would be a stupid thing to do. And not that I think this should be a mathematical thing, but hey, Disco Elysium's fucking good, so let's give it our game of the year.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Why not? What was there anything that I did not list in there that could have been? So James, your games that word laces.
Yes.
I also had Elite and where is Joan? No Man's Sky.
That was another one which it's like,
Sam, I think we mentioned all of yours.
A lot of your guesses were in my short list.
I'll just go some of my just kind of shout outs. Void Pass was in there. Anno 1800. That was a good one. Guard Duty, venture game I really enjoyed.
I did consider that, but I was like,
Mario Maker 2, Eastshade, the Blair Witch game, that was pretty good.
I saw that on some worst of lists. I quite enjoyed that game.
No. I think they were Mario Maker 2 already said that one, didn't I? Actually, COD Mobile, I thought was as a mobile game, it's actually a really good mobile game.
So I think we mentioned most of the games one way or the other from my extra that have been mentioned, including photographs. I think the only real game that hasn't been is Extermination Force, which I would have been shocked if I'd put on my list and anyone guessed. But I wave a little flag for that game. And then there were other games that none of us played. I used to have a big list, but I lost it. So the only one I've written down is Plague Tale Innocence, which I want to play.
Yeah, I had a lot of games where I would, even just for shortlisting, because my experience, Death Stranding, my experience has been through watching, not through playing.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, definitely doesn't count.
Okay.
It's not even a silly rule, no expansions. Yeah, it's a hard line.
Didn't play it,
doesn't count.
I think it's a pretty good rule, frankly. Okay, I'm just going to quickly read everyone's list just so that there's a overall feeling of each person. Myself, Death Stranding, Katana Zero, What the Golf, Heaveho, Witch Eye, Bubba Is You, Luigi's Mansion 3, Hypnospace Outlaw, Disco Elysium, and Outer Wilds. Sam was Slay the Spire, Astral Chain, Fire Emblem, Untitled Goose, Blasphemous, Luigi's Mansion 3, Bubba Is You, Sekiro, Disco Elysium, and Outer Wilds. And James was Apex Legends, Iron Fury, Surge 2, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, Control, the fucking Outer Worlds, Division 2, Resident Evil 2, I'm sorry, Disco Elysium, and Death Stranding. I do like that the Disco Elysiums all line up at 2.
Yes,
that feels like we all loved it. It's like, we had a little push somewhere else, but it's it just sits there. And now we're giving our game of the year to Disco Elysium because it is an amazing game.
Earned.
And I'd like to say that it says a lot that my numbers 4 through 10 were all played on Switch.
I noticed that when I was doing your guesses.
It says a lot.
Man, Sam plays a
all
lot
of my
Switch.
gaming has been on Switch.
Yeah.
Well, his computer's fucked
because
up.
my computer's
that'll do it.
But it plays Disco Elysium and it played the Outer Wilds. And
that's all you need.
And it played Sekiro fine for some reason.
You played that on your PC?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
It runs like a dream.
Wow.
But
everything else
doesn't.
just runs.
So
What was to them? Because it was Outer Worlds that wouldn't run.
Outer Worlds I got running eventually. I couldn't get it because I couldn't get it on Game Pass. So Game Pass is completely broken.
Oh, yes, you can't get Game Pass.
I can't get Game Pass and it's making me very sad.
Which Game Pass is the real game of the year.
Well, yeah. Now to go back to concepts and
games
services.
of the year.
The games of the year was Xbox Game Pass, which has continued to be the winner of subscription game services.
Yeah, it certainly has. Okay, so thank you for listening to the first game of the game of the year. Which I thought was kind of successful. Actually, felt fun.
Nice. That worked better than I thought it did.
Yeah. Let us know if you hated it or if you liked it if you want. Thanks for listening or watching. I've been your host, Paul.
I've been James.
I've been Sam.
Catch us on our website and halfbit.com, on our Discord and all that stuff. We're already in the next year, so catch you for the rest of the year, I guess.
Bye.